Be Inside TV.
Oh my God, it's amazing. Very energetic and loud. I saw the film and I really love it. I mean, I'm the worst part, obviously, but the movie is absolutely amazing. It surpassed any sort of expectation I could have had. We're just following Katniss's journey into you know, as the war is starting between District 13 and the capital. You know, there's no more games. She just kind of wakes up in a district she didn't even know existed and has to kind of piece herself back together.
Fans are, you know, so passionate about these movies and these books and these characters, and it's very exciting to come and meet them firsthand. He's a passionate guy. He, you know, it's the first time in these stories where you kind of get to see a little bit of his affected side, I guess. You know, he's very good at putting on a strong face and, you know, not letting Katniss see how he really feels about things. And there's a moment in this one where you see, you know, he talks about his district being destroyed, and you see his vulnerability and the fact that he's not just a tough, unbreakable guy. He's, you know, he's human like everyone else. It's just another evolution of the story. You know, the characters go in a different direction. This film is much different to the first two. You know, it's a different part of the story. We're not in the Hunger Games anymore. We don't have the games. It's more about the uprising and the rebellion and you know, spreading the word and getting the districts to come together and be a part of it all.
For me, I think it's about, I think a couple of things. One, I think the character of Katniss that Suzanne created is one that young people across the world have really connected with, and she's real and she doesn't know what to do, but she finds her way and, you know, tries to be as strong as she can. I think what's really interesting about Peeta is, like, his whole thing for the first two movies especially was that he doesn't want to become a piece in the games. You know, he wanted to maintain his own point of view and his own belief, but he's held captive and tortured in this one, so he kind of he's forced to change. I think that's a really interesting thing for a character to go through.
I love Katniss Everdeen. I love her. I think she's an amazing heroine. She's someone that my heart's been with since the very first book, and so I just love that we're continuing the story and that the stakes are higher this time, and, you know, I'm really excited for the fans to see it. We get to make a very entertaining movie here, but it has a lot of substance, and that is just a real pleasure to work on something that, you know, actually could make a difference in people's lives, could inspire young people. That's what's so fun about these movies.
I think Katniss has grown a lot, but I think Prim has grown a lot in this past few films, and I think, you know, she starts as this innocent girl and becomes a strong, independent person, and you see her taking care of Katniss in Mockingjay, which you never saw before. It's so different. So I love that. You know, it may be subtle to some people seeing her strength. She has a very subtle, quiet strength, but it's there, and I loved playing that.
It was so great to join the family. I love her because she does what you're doing right now, and it was really liberating and fun for me to play someone on the other side of the camera. And yeah, I mean, her look is badass. Who couldn't love the way she looks? She's a woman who's, like, focused, you know. She's all about getting the shot. She wants to overthrow Snow, and she's there to support Katniss and get her through it. You know, I think too often we talk down to our audience, and especially to our young audience, and these movies refuse to do that, and that's why they work.
Katniss, like, no matter how many shackles of humanity you put on her, I mean, her courage and her spirit is uncontainable, and that's so beautiful to see in a young woman.
I just got a call and I was like, of course I would love to make the soundtrack to this movie. Like, I feel like these movies are such a part of the kind of cultural landscape of being a young person right now, and it just seemed so perfect for me. And it was an amazing process getting to, like, handpick the best kind of old, new, young, cool artists. I went and visited the set in Berlin. I was playing a show just across the road from where they were shooting, so I got to kind of go and see the craziness that is the Hunger Games shooting, which is like 300 extras, you know, like this crazy scene, and it was amazing. It was really beautiful, and everyone was, you know, super nice, so it was fun. The fans are so great, you know, they're so dedicated and kind of similar to my fans in a way, so yeah, it's been awesome.
This is an extraordinary group of people, a really, really wonderful, exciting, talented cast. And I think the thing that was so extraordinary about them was how incredibly kind and generous and inclusive they were. I honestly have never been on a movie set where people were this generous. They're really, really great. And you know, and Jen and Liam and Josh have set a tone, a really extraordinary tone for these films. It's wonderful. It's really great to be part of films that are important to popular culture, honestly, and movies that are important to young people. It's exciting. It's you make movies because you want people to see them, you want them to resonate, and these stories really resonate with many people. So it's very exciting. One of the things that's extraordinary about Francis Lawrence is that he has his eye on the micro, on all the stories and all the relationships and all the people, but also he paints on this huge canvas, and you get the macro with him too. You get all this enormous scale. He's pretty extraordinary.